that conga is one of the top 5 instruments chosen by people to learn to play percussion? Congas are really versatile, allowing people to play all sorts of musical rhythm from salsa to pop. So if you're looking for the right instrument to start your learning path in percussion, congas are one of your best options. Let's see now the first steps to start playing congas from scratch. The most important thing to get a great sound on the congas from the beginning is to develop a solid hand technique. For doing that, it's really important. First, placing the hands in the right position to play the congas. For that, what you're gonna do is make like a triangle in front of your head, and like you have it, you're gonna put it down in the drum. And like you have it, you're gonna play in the conga, in the tumbadora, or maybe if you want to play in the border or in the center. So in terms of sound, you can say that conga has 2 areas in which you're gonna play. In the border area, you're gonna play the opens, you're gonna play the slaps, and you're gonna play the ghost notes. And in the center area, you're gonna play the tones and the double strokes. So what is important in each case to get the right sounding is played with the right part of the hand in the right spot of the conga. I know 5 sounds is a lot for a beginner percussion player. So my best advice to you is start playing the congas just using the easiest and simplest sounds that are tones that you're gonna play with your hot palm in the center of the drum, and open that you're gonna play with this part of your finger and your palm in the border. So let me show you a simple rhythm that you can play in the conga using those 2 sounds. You're gonna start playing 4 opens in the border of the drum. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, you're gonna play 2 tones in the center. 1, 2. So you're gonna play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, let's play repeatedly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, you can count the pulse when you play the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can sing the rhythm. So how do you do that? Well, you're gonna have one specific syllable to sing each one of the sounds. So with the opens, you're gonna sing tu, 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 tu. And with the tones, you're gonna sing pa, 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 pa. So the rhythm is gonna end up sounding like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tu, 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 pa, pa. 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 So again, to make things easier for you, start playing the congas with the easiest sounds. Yes, the tones and the open. And by doing that, you're gonna avoid doing the most common mistakes that beginner percussion players make. That is, try to play and learn all the sounds together at the same time, get stuck, and in the end, not learning to play any of them right. So if you want to know more about hand technique in the congas, you can watch this video in my channel. The first goal that beginner has to achieve when they're starting to play the congas is developing what I call the conga walking. That is the ability to play a rhythm for a long time and keeping a steady tempo. In a way, we can say that when you start playing a percussion instrument, you basically start walking on it. So to move forward and get better at that, you have to use the same logic that little kids use when they start walking. That is, go slowly, one step at a time, building, in this case, your hand flow and your tempo sense while you're playing the conga. To achieve this, you must first start playing with the simplest hand digitation, that is one-on-one. And in that way, you're gonna replicate what you do while you walk. What I mean is gonna be right, left, right, left, right, left, whatever you play. Second, avoid any sort of hand repetition when you play, because that goes against the natural flow of your hands. And last, start playing simple rhythms at slow tempo, because in order for you to progress, you have to be in full control technically, rhythmically, and musically of everything that happens while you play in the conga. One of the easiest rhythms that you can play on the congas, starting from scratch, and also is a rhythm that you can find in several Afro rhythms, and it's called mostly the llamador, is the following. You're gonna start playing with your right hand, and you're gonna play tone, open, tone, open, tone, open. Pa, two, pa, two, pa, two, pa, two. Let's play now the rhythm over a Brazilian samba song, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try now by playing over a cumbia, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3.
Ay, yo la sembré, ay, yo la sembré, ay, la verdolaga, ay, la verdolaga, ay, yo la vendí, ay, yo la vendí, ay, la verdolaga, ay, la verdolaga.
Or you can even use it to play a rock song like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see here, we have two drums, conga and tumbadora. But for the conguero, the conga is the operation center. In a way, it's kind of the snare drum for the drummer. In both cases, this is the drum in which you're gonna play most of the stuff you're gonna play. Also, at the beginning, one drum is more than enough to start playing. And don't worry, because there are a lot of rhythms that you can play in one drum before you move forward to a two-drum setup. Also, a lot of rhythms that you can see played in two drums actually are the combination of two individual rhythms that are played by the conga and the tumbadora separately in the traditional percussion ensemble. So let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm gonna play to you the rumba guaguancó, that is a traditional rhythm from Cuba. The traditional ensemble is built in this way. You're gonna have a rhythm played in the conga, that is the tres golpes, and then you're gonna have another rhythm in the tumbadora that is called salidor. And then you can play these two rhythms combined in a two conga setup. So let's see how the tres golpes sounds in the conga. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see now how the salidor sound, and it goes like this. Now the combination of the two drums played in a two conga setup, and it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. By focusing just in playing one drum, first you're gonna make things easier for you, because when you beginning to play the congas, maybe play it in a 2 conga setup is too much. Also, learning to play each one of these rhythms separately is going to give you a better understanding of what you're gonna play when you move from a 1 conga setup to a 2 conga setup. And by simple I mean rhythms played using the one-on-one hand digitation, rhythms that have a simple music configurations, rhythms that are short and repetitive, rhythms that avoid hand repetitions, rhythms that are played at friendly tempos, and rhythms that are played in one drum only. Let me show you a simple rhythm that you're gonna use to play a reggae song. The rhythm is gonna have 2 parts. In the first part you're gonna play 2 tones and 2 opens. Pa pa tuku. Again, pa pa tuku. Papa tuku, papa tuku, and one more, papa tuku. And in the second part, you're gonna play 1 tone and 1 open. What I mean is pa tu, pa tu, pa tu, pa tu, and again pa tu. So when we put together these 2 parts, the rhythm ends up like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, pa pa tu, pa. Papa tu pa, 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 papa tu pa. Okay, let's try a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Papa tu pa, papa tu pa. Okay, and let's try it out over this reggae song. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. To learn more simple rhythms that you can play in the congas, you can watch this video in my YouTube channel. To improve our playing skill, we don't just have to only move our hands. Yes, we have to do that, but with a musical and rhythmical sense. And in that way, we are going to be able to develop a conga walking and flow better while we play the conga. So to achieve that, we have to keep present this conga playing best practice. First, break the dominant hand trap. To do that, what you need to do is stimulate both hands equally in order to match their sound, their volume, and their energy when you play. Second, release your hand from the drum. The right hand motion to play is hit and rebound, and you have to do it with both hands. In that way, your hands are gonna be always in motion in a sequence in which when one hand is going down to play, the other is preparing itself to play the following sound. Third, activate your wrists to play. Wrists are a key factor to improve your playing skill, both in sound, volume, and speed. Basically because what wrists are gonna give you is first, time and space to place the hand correctly and play the sounds correctly in the spot and with the right part of the hands. And second, gonna give you the time and space to control the volume with which you play, and also the space to start playing faster. Work in your dynamic range. You have to be able to control the volume and energy of each sound that you play on the congas. To do that, we have to be able to manage the height and the distance that our hands go through when you play the conga. So let's see how to put together all these advices in playing a rhythm over a song. So the rhythm is gonna build in this way. We're gonna sing it 2 groups of 4. So in the first group of 4, we're gonna play tone, tone, open tone. But the first 2 tones, I'm gonna play it softer. Yes, using the high dynamic range. And it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pa pa tu pa. Pa pa tu pa. Pa pa tu pa. Pa pa tu pa. In that way, I'm gonna have two notes that are gonna sound like ghost notes, and two other notes that are gonna sound like accents. And we're gonna do the same in the second group of four, in which we're gonna play tone, tone, open, open, and it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Pa pa tu tu, and pa pa tu tu, and pa pa tu tu, and pa pa tu tu. So when we put together these two parts, the rhythm end up like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play the rhythm over the song, and it goes like this. 4. Metronome is a must-have to any percussionist because it's the tool that, at the beginning of your learning path with the Congas, is going to help you to develop your tempo sense, an ability that is fundamental to any Conga player. So my best advice to you is never play anything in the air. What I mean is without an external source of tempo. There are several ways to practice with the metronome, but in here we're gonna see the basic ones. To play with the metronome, we're gonna play the following rhythm. We're gonna play one tone, one open, one tone, one open. The rhythm sounds kind of similar to the one that we play at the beginning, but it's a slight difference. The first open, I'm gonna play it now as an upbeat. So it's gonna be the beat and then it's gonna cut the sound. So we're gonna sing it in this way. Pa u tu pa tu, pa u tu pa tu, pa u tu pa tu, pa u tu pa tu. So when I sing u, I'm gonna land over the beat of the metronome, and the hit is gonna come after. Yes, so if we play the metronome, the u has to land with the beat of the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pa u tu pa tu, pa u tu pa tu, pa u tu pa tu. The second way in which we can use the metronome is playing with the subdivision. So we're gonna change from quarter notes in the metronome to 8 notes. So now we're gonna move on from counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So now the upbeat accent is gonna land in the E of 2, and it goes like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Songs are another standard tempo reference that we can use to practice and improve our tempo sense. However, the practice around them is different than the one that we can do with the metronome, because there are more elements involved. So playing over songs has to be the closing stage of any rhythm or musical piece you learn to play in the congas. Because playing songs is the instant in which you put everything you learn into practice and make music with the drum. So let me teach you a rhythm that you're gonna play along the following song. The rhythm has two parts. In the first part, you're gonna play 4 sounds, and it's gonna be tone, open, open, tone. It goes like this: pa ku tu pa, and pa ku tu pa, and pa ku tu pa, and pa ku tu pa. And in the second part, you're gonna play open tone, tu ta, and tu pa. So when you put together these two parts, the rhythm ends up like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. We try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try now the rhythm along the song Stand By Me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see.
So this is the end of the video. I hope you find it useful and entertaining, and that it helped you to start your learning path with the congas. Any comments or questions that you have around the different matters I went around in the video, please leave it in the comment. I see you in the next video.